What's up, my fellow chili heads? So I'm back in the chute with some more pod reviews. It's amazing how these things kind of just come together at the craziest time. So today I got not one, not two, but three packages in the mail today. One from John Ford, which I'm going to be doing a couple of reviews for him. One from my buddy Shane, and one from my buddy Jason. So I am going to have to definitely pick and choose the pods to go through. There's got to be over 60 pods in there. So I'm gonna go after the real hard hitters, and then some of the other ones, like John sent me a couple really cool not so super hot, blow your head off. So those will be really good for the in-between days. So I'm not going super hot or super hot after super hot. So today I'm going to kick this thing off with a chocolate Moruga. Interested. Unfortunately, there's a little hole in it. I'm going to cut it open. Always cut your pods open to make sure that there's no nasties inside. But I'm really interested to compare this to the Brown Moruga that I had the week before last. So not quite as large, and this one's definitely got more of a Moruga shape to it, as far as the almost like the indention in the bottom, the almost symmetrical lobed sides, so and a little bit denser from the outside. But like I said, that Brown Moruga was an earth shaker, and really looking forward to compare that to this one. So let me cut this thing open. Let's check the inside, make sure we're not dealing with anything crazy from that hole. Very fragrant. Some dark looking seeds, but I'm gonna have to really get in there in the photo to make sure that there's, oh wow, there's oil everywhere. Take a look at that thing. So let me take a couple photos, and then I'll be back, and hopefully there's nothing crazy or any surprises in this pod. Alright, so good news, no bugs on the inside, maybe just got hit with something, nothing too crazy. So, tons and tons of oil. I get I'm like right in the path of the wind, so it's hard to get a good smell to it, but it's got a scorpion smell. So there's the inside, so alright, let's do this thing. Gonna be hot. Okay. Oh wow. Starting to tighten the inside of the mouth pretty quickly. Stingy, almost on the tongue, roof of the mouth. Pleasant flavor. Oh, it's hot, man. Starting to sweat. Of course, it's compounded by this sun. Wow, it's a pretty slow build, heat-wise. But I'd say the flavor was more citrusy, a little earthy, not floral like a boot. Oh man, I'm gonna be pouring sweat in a second. Burns concentrate on the tongue, back of the throat. All over mouth burn. Come on, breeze. think it's still building. Pretty crazy. Really hot on the mouth. Tongue. Back of the tongue. Not too much on the lips. Shoes still on. Much more stingy tongue burn. It's going to the hands first instead of the feet, so not the craziest. Oh, thank God for the breeze. I would say it's building a little bit more, but not as hot as the brown. Definitely very uncomfortable. Nice steady burn. Pretty good flavor. Uncomfortable but not unbearable. Much more on the tongue. Nose kind of letting up. Oh God. Hot. Hands tingly. I wish I would have brought some tissues or paper towels. Let's see where we're at. 4:45 in. Pretty antsy. Not unbearable. Back of the throat. Back of the tongue. Front of the mouth. Oh wow. Wowzers. Hot. Really slow and steady burn. It's not really like right up there and in your face, but it's definitely hotter and hotter as time goes on. Very interesting burn. God, like right there in the back of the throat. Nice and sweaty. So we're somewhere in the plateau phase. Nice and hot. Oh man. I don't think it's broken tier 1. Definitely not panic mode. Let's see, we're at 6:30. And I'll say that it's definitely peaked on its way down. Oh, hot. Okay. Very similar to the brown in flavor. Nowhere near in heat. But it's up there with the reds. Wow, it's like a stingy tongue burn. Okay, I'm gonna cut for a few minutes, go inside, cool down, gain some composure, and I'll be out in a few to kind of talk it through. Oh, alright, so let's talk about the chocolate Moruga. It's been probably 15 minutes or so, and I am I would say 98% good. A little bit of I could tell some was warm. I got a sweet taste in my mouth, so that's kind of indicative of a. Some pods do it to me, some pods don't. It kind of jacks up my palate. So tonight there will be no scotch. There will probably just be some beer and maybe a mixed drink or 2 or 4 or 6. I'm on leave, whatever. Anyways, so chocolate Moruga. Let's see. It's plenty hot. I'd say definitely tier 2 heat. No panic mode. Shoes stayed on. It was definitely a very heavy mouth burn. Really, really scorching on the tongue. Almost prickly, needly heat. That uncomfortable, not fun type of needly heat. It's got a good flavor, so it'd probably be used in a number of applications. If you're looking for something that isn't over the top, seeing Jesus, regretting what you're doing, this is probably a pretty good pod. I'm not too sure about the production. I'm waiting to hear back from John, and I'll update it when I get that information in the actual description of the video. But overall, it was a pretty tasty pod. Being on a hiatus for about 10 days or so, I figured my tolerance would be much lower, but I guess some of the pods I had before that prepped me pretty decently, so there may be some wind noise. My bads. But like I said, this is from John Ford at Ford'sFieryFoodsAndPlants.com. I'll link to his site below. I really appreciate the pod. I've got a couple other fun ones, different ones, stuff that I'm pretty sure you guys haven't seen before, some mediums and milds, some interesting stuff. So it's going to be fun to kind of take a break from, or use those as kind of my buffer in between some of the scorchers that I have lined up for the next, I'd say like week and a half or so. Thanks again, John. Definitely go check him out. He's got a bunch of crazy stuff in there, so nice guy. Good pod. Appreciate it. Thanks.